Hey, Timmy, we're
Yo,
here. Welcome
yep,
to the new
this is it.
platform, Tim.
Oh yeah, thank you. This is
You, yeah,
awesome.
you weren't on it last time, but you know how we do. We're always making upgrades around here.
Oh yeah,
How you doing, man? You weren't with us last time. What you been up to?
just been chilling. Just got back from vacation. That was awesome. The vibes were great. Saw a lot of beautiful things out there, and I'm finally glad to be back on the show.
Hey, it seemed like you had like this was a significant vacation for you. Like it seems like you got your rest, which I know you've been working hard and stuff. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
happy for you. What was the favorite
Thank,
part
thank you.
about being out there? You in Hawaii, yeah?
Uh, Seeing the waterfalls. I was in Oahu, or AKA Honolulu. They have like three different names for it because I have how like the tourists explained it to us.
Sure.
But it's kind of like the city part or like the most visited part of Hawaii, and it's like a very touristy kind of like place. So it was actually pretty cool to see. It was very similar to LA. Some places look like Long Beach, some places look like Redondo Beach, that certain area where like the airport is. Driving up to the airport, it looked like Redondo Beach or like
Nice.
that El Segundo area. It looked
Yeah,
really
beach
cool.
area. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was really cool. And also, we went to like a beach that was kind of like far away from the city. It was a little cloudy, but it was actually really cool. The water felt really nice.
Nice. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, you were in paradise. You look
Yeah,
rested and good and ready to go, man. So tell me about this galaxy. Tell me about this galaxy, man.
dude.
What you think?
I liked it. Honestly, I liked the performance. We started off a little slow. I was getting a little frustrated because it was Joe Dejan's first game with us, and he was starting. So I was like, "Oh, Greg Vanny's just straight shooting it." So I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's awesome."
we yeah, let's talk about that. We were texting back and forth as soon as the lineup came out, and we were like, damn. Okay, like he wants points. It was weird. It was a rotated lineup. It was the usual people, with the exception of Nico Hamalainen, who was in the left back, and Dejan. The episode title is Dejan got the mustard, and he does, like
Oh
Dijon
yes.
mustard. He got mustard in his game, and he got mustard on that pass to Cabral. Man, he put it right where they needed it. Hey, what's up? There's somebody here watching us.
Oh yeah.
G's up.
G's up.
G's up, man. Look at this. Is this Eggy? You think Eggy? Is that you?
Is it Eggy? I can't
I'm
tell if you
assuming
guess.
that's Eggy. But hey, what's up? G's up. Yeah, dude. It was a good. It was a little slow at first for sure, but
Yeah, I was frustrated as hell, man.
but I think okay, so this is my problem. I don't know if it was an exciting game or it's just that I'm excited about how the game went because we were supposed to lose this game.
Yeah.
We have 3 games in 6 days. We have it Saturday. We have it or we had it Saturday. We have it tomorrow against the Rapids. That's always a problem. And then on Friday we have it against the Smurfs in the Cali
Yep.
Classico. So these Minnesota points were huge. You said as we were loading in here, Tim, you have a lot to say. You wanna bring something up about the game?
Yeah, so I was watching Dejan's game, and also I wanted to point this out: the number he picked, and I was always telling myself this: if I've ever were to get picked up somehow by the Galaxy, or if they saw me like at a scouting match, that would be my number
99?
99. Yeah, that would be my number. I
Sick.
would put it on
I
the
didn't
back of
know
my
that.
jersey. But besides that, I was texting you, Count, and I was like, Dejan has really good vision for a striker. And I was telling you that's very scary for the rest of the league because if
Yeah.
a striker has really good vision, he can create his own plays. And I was noticing that from his highlight reel that he would be creating his own plays. He would do 1-2s with the cam, with the center mids, the wings. He has very good vision of the field, just like a center back or like a midfield.
His
So
position, right?
his positioning is like on point, like 100%.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Oh yeah, you get some facts on what he's saying. Facts, Tim. Yeah, that's
Yep.
why we need you on here all the time, Tim.
All right.
Um,
I'm here, man.
hey,
I'm here now. I'm
it's
here
all
now.
good. No, I know life is busy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I think you're right. He is not so. He's a lot like Chicharito in that he's like sly, right? But I
Yes.
think one big difference between Dejan and Chicharito is that he is much more involved in the buildup of the play, like you're saying.
Yep.
And our boy Mike, who's normally on the show, he's not here to give us his hot takes. He's been saying this forever, forever. That Cabral wants the ball faster, right?
Yep.
And Dejan can get that to him that way as we faster. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to burp into the microphone.
No worries.
Oh, hiccups. Okay. Yeah, he knew where Cabral was going. It's like he looked up and the ball was already gone. Like he knew where it was going to go. And if that's how this team is going to play, link up play, build up play, out of the back, everybody's getting touches. Dude, they're running triangles through other people's defenses, the passes, the little flicks. The Galaxy has arrived. And I think what you're saying is true, right? The league has been put on notice, as they say. And I had texted you guys, you know how I know that A, we're back or getting close to being back, and 2, people are low-key kind of scared, is the league stopped saying shit about us.
Yep.
They're not talking about us. It's not like, oh, what's wrong with the Galaxy or like the defense or whatever. Even in the criticisms they are giving, it's a little small. They're small thing. It's like the defense. Yeah, we know our defense can be better, but people are starting to be like, hey, shit, they're back.
Yeah, like we're back.
And I told myself I would kind of try and hold off the hype as much as I could this season.
Me too.
Because I didn't want to get too far ahead, but
it's looking bright.
It's looking bright. What you think about the Cabral goal?
Dude, you don't understand. When that goal happened, I was hoping it would be Dejan because Dejan was hungry. He was looking
he wanted
for that
a goal so bad.
He wanted so bad. But there was like one where I was like, what was he trying to do on that play? I was a little confused because he was like, he dribbled into like 2 defenders and he kind of like flicked it back. I was like, what was he trying to do there? But back to Cabral. That was a very much needed goal for his confidence.
Yeah.
And I see some people, there's always going to be people talking about Cabral's game. And I saw a tweet where he was like, I can't remember the person's name right now, but he was like, get him off my team. He's been saying that for like the past couple of weeks. And I was like, man, like some of these G's fans are pretty harsh, or like the quote unquote diehards are like pretty harsh. And I just want to say that Cabral has always been.
Hey, look. George.
Hey, I'm not saying names.
What's up, Chris? What's up? Hey, Chris said that. Chris said that,
not us. But hey, no. Shout out to Chris though, man. He's the man.
Hey, man.
He's awesome. Funny guy.
Yeah.
But Cabral is getting there. He is noticing, especially because with Mikey said, now that Dejan is here and he's starting to notice their game a lot more, I think that is going to be the push for Grancer and Cabral to finally, get that final push.
He says no.
Wait, what?
He says no, get Zubak.
Hey, man.
Hey, Zubak's on that health and safety, man. He was at the OC fair, and then we didn't see him anymore. So that fool's in quarantine for sure.
Yeah, man. Yep. But very much needed Cabral goal. It's going to boost up his confidence a lot. I'm hoping for another one against, who do we play? Colorado, right?
Colorado next, dude. Colorado is always a problem in the middle of the week.
Please.
I'll never forget 2 years ago when and I guess we can transition to Colorado a little bit.
Yeah,
like the game was sick. Cabral all of a sudden has 2 goals in 2 games. It's clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move on, I like that Ravelison got to sit back a little bit, right? And the other midfielder got to do what they were doing, and he's a much needed bit of spine, I think, back there in front of that back line.
Zubakimovic, I'm just looking at this now. Hey,
Zubakimovic,
the monster.
Hey, Colorado, always a problem. You guys watching? Let's see some score predictions while we talk about this. What are we gonna do with Colorado? But I remember taking my wife to Colorado game 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Ibra's first season, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing. Middle of the week, it's gonna be hyped. Zubak's gonna. Or now I'm stuck on Zubak. Ibrahimovic is going to handle, right? And then we played down. To these teams. So, CSAN says 1-0 win. Eeg says 2-0 Galaxy win. Another shutout. I hope so. Speaking of shutouts. Timmy, What do you think about Klinsmann? Does he get the go? Does he get the go against Colorado again, or do you think we bring Bond back?
Mm, so funny we're talking about Bond. I have a Bond story to tell later, but I was reading some of the media because there was some media going out today about Vanny speaking on the Bond situation and the Klinsmann situation. And he was like, there was nothing wrong with Bond. He just wanted to give him the rest, and he said he's for sure going to be starting tomorrow when we play Colorado. And but now going into my opinion, because it's tough because
Uh-oh.
Klinsmann really put on a statement, and I love that statement, and I love that he literally put his body out on the line for us, and I love to see that from a goalkeeper, and he is the number one reason why we won.
Yeah, and he's team of the week today.
And he's team of the week, but I'm still gonna put Bond in front of Klinsmann.
Yeah,
Yeah, even
yeah.
though you can make an argument and say Klinsmann, I mean not Klinsmann, that Bond was having a rough week, but dude, I mean, after like what playing every single minute of the last couple of games, I bet you he is tired.
It's a
100%.
it's a nice rest,
A nice rest.
a nice resetting. Yeah, Eeg says we got 2 brick walls in goalkeeping. Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Shout out to Gato. I had a really great conversation with a bunch of people over the weekend about El Gato and what he's doing for the goalkeeping, man. CSAN says this has to be in every position, fight for the spots. And that's true. I think,
true.
Yeah. And we've been talking for a couple of weeks, and I think now we really saw it. And I want to get to Hamalainen in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But, Greg himself said, and everyone is saying, how do you pick an 11 out of a pool this great and deep? Greg said, our people coming off the bench are people who could be starters on other MLS teams.
Yep.
Right. And I agree. I think the fights for the spots are going to make DP contracts interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Jonah gets another one. Even like the goalkeepers are fighting, right? It's crazy, but I want to talk about Hamalainen because he comes in and slots in for Villafana, who got hurt a couple of games ago. And he seemed to me like a like-for-like replacement for Villafana. Villafana is not going to be here forever. He's a little bit on the older side. He can't play 90 minutes every game like we've been playing him. But then Nico Hamalainen comes in and plays like Villafana, but younger. I don't want to say better. It was just like watching a younger Villafana. Yeah, what you think about his role in the attack, Tim? You had brought that up, right?
Yeah, his offensive play is great because he is very just direct. He's very, I want to get involved with the play, especially with that play with Dejan. He just not, and you don't see that a lot from our fullbacks. From what I've noticed recently, they don't like to cut in to the middle because you know how Julian stays very wide and likes to play the ball out wide because that's his game, and his crossing ability is just like on point, 100%.
Yeah,
but Nico's like, nah. I could cross it, but I want to get directly into the play. I want to do some 1-2s with possibly Dejan. And I noticed that from that. I don't know what minute it was, but he played very direct and he wanted the ball directly to Dejan, but unfortunately it was blocked. But you could see the vision on what he wants to do. And it looks very promising.
He's up in the box. And I think that's what Greg wants. And I think that's what they've been coaching Villafana to do. On the other side of the field, man, Julian Araujo and his defensive a bit. We said we're going to talk about Colorado. We can't keep gushing. We keep gushing over this game. It was ultimately a fun game, but Julian's if it wasn't Klinsmann, Julian's man of the match.
Oh yeah,
100%. Unbelievable. I think he had 100% tackling percentage. It was insane.
Yeah. Also,
but the team is clicking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but also Julian made a little bit of some Techers moves. Did you see?
Yeah, he's got Techers.
Yeah, there was one where he kind of I think my favorite one was when he was in the back line and he was getting pressured by one of the not Colorado, but one of the Minnesota attackers, and the ball was coming from the box, and he sees him and he makes a really sharp turn, and he taps the ball around the defender somehow. It was a really strong angle, so I'm not sure how he made it, but he made it. And he was able to continue with his play. And I was like, man, this kid is really improving.
He's beating people everywhere on the field. Dude, everybody has techers on this team. Klinsman
Yeah.
playing with the ball at his feet. You know, like they're passing back to each other normally. Like if that was Bingham or Steres or whoever, I'd be like, why'd you pass back? Like they're gonna cut in on you. But the center back Sega, I mean, everybody. I can't. It was a team performance. Very happy that they got the win. Especially because they were shouting out props to Du Bois' sister, who unfortunately passed away. Love to the Leggett family and all of that. But Colorado, your boy, Kai Kamara.
Sheesh, what about him?
Kai Kamara is always a problem when we play Colorado, man. He said,
That's
I got
true.
tacos.
That dude.
Hold on. See, Sen says, I got tacos. He says, I got tacos. Yeah. Kai Kamara's not there? Hey, he's not there? I thought Kai Kamara.
No, I thought he signed to another team.
Kai Kamara. My bad, dude. See, I should have done my research. Oh, he doesn't play there anymore. He transferred to. Damn, he was gone. Okay. Yeah, he plays in Finland. My bad. Okay, we don't got to worry about Kai Kamara anymore.
Yeah, we're good.
He's not there. Nope, he's in the Middle East. Yeah, he's somewhere. He's gone. But yo, okay, so that's one less threat. But the Colorado Rapids coach, Robin Fraser, he's pretty much the only original. A little bit of history for you, Tim. I don't know if you know this, but Robin Fraser was on that back line with Vanny, and he's like one of the only other coaches around the league still who used to be on the Galaxy and isn't on this coaching staff, right? Like he played with Kalichman and all these guys. Robin Fraser has the Rapids playing very well. They're like us. Right now they're seeing a little bit of a rebirth. And I don't know. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm not scared. But every time I get that way, like I'm not scared, we get bit in the ass. So I really don't know what to do with this Colorado game. We won the game we were supposed to lose. Everyone here is predicting a win tomorrow. I hope we do. If we get that win, let's see. If we get that win, we jump to...
I think it'd be second, right?
It depends what happens with the Sporting Kansas City game. I don't think Seattle's playing again. They whooped on Portland last night. Sorry, Roland. But if KC loses or ties, we can tie with them if we win or pass them. It's important to beat Colorado because they're right behind us in the standings. They won't pass us if they win. It's not like a must win, but I think we got to win it, especially because of the tough match with San Jose on Friday. So let's talk. Let's look for. Let's see if it was Colorado. Yeah, if it was at Colorado, I'd be scared.
That's a
for
good
sure.
Point.
The elevation. We're home. First for a night. Yeah, first for a night. I think if we win and SKC loses, just like over the weekend, right? So we're tussling up at the top. We've been looking at the standings every week, but it's really, really close. But you start to see the playoff field pull away. So Portland and LAFC are fighting for that last playoff spot. Real Salt Lake, Minnesota, but the Minnesota, who is fifth, is 26 points. Colorado has 31. So there's that gap that's happening now, right? So it's between us, SKC, Seattle, and Colorado, I think, for the top four if we can keep doing it. People in the chat, let's hear while we talk about it. Let's hear since we're not going to be back before Friday night. Let's hear predictions for San Jose. Everyone's predicting we're going to beat Colorado tomorrow. But what do you think? Do you think we do? What do you think we do against San Jose? On, I'm just gonna throw this up here. There you go. 10-0 versus San Jose. Timmy, what do you think we do against San Jose?
From what I've heard and what I've seen, they're starting to build up their form of play. They're not doing that man-on-man defense anymore, so they're building up on a lot of momentum. They're not the same San Jose we played against a couple of months ago. And I say that we just come in and just show them who owns California, and that's obviously us. And I think, honestly, if Dejan doesn't score first against Colorado, his first is going to be against San Jose. I'm making my prediction right now.
Well, that's the big thing is Chicha back.
He's not coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
We already got the confirmation today from
Yeah.
Corner of the Galaxy. Shout out Corner of the Galaxy, by the
Yeah.
way, for always giving us updates on the media.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's for sure not going to play tomorrow. So Dejan is going to be starting again tomorrow.
It would be nice. I hope he goes full game tomorrow. It'd be nice to see him at least go like 75, 60 minutes. Or sorry, 75, 80 minutes. Eag says 3-0. I don't know. My one problem with San Jose right now is the fact that they unfortunately acquired Jeremy Ebobisse, and Jabo, as they say, from Portland, and that dude can play. I think
that was a shocker to me.
He gives them that striker they were missing, right? Like strikers are missing, dude. Like
that's weird
on the team, right? It's like Man City style. Everyone's playing with like a false nine. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to predict a loss against San Jose. Yeah. I think we all get 9. I think we get all 9 points on the week, and hey, I think it's a good week, and I think the Galaxy keep rising. I don't think we're peaking yet, but I think we're rising, and we're going to peak right before we hit the playoffs, which is what we've done every time we've won the cup. And I'm not saying we're going to win the cup, but
I think we have the tools to win it, because that's what our man that we don't really like to talk about. I forgot his name, Mr. Doyle.
Matt Doyle,
who loved to shit on the Galaxy, but he said that if we keep up this kind of sort of play, that we have a chance to possibly be in the cup. And if that coming from Matt Doyle, that surprised me.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like the league, they're turning around. Like this is what I hate about it, right? And I think this is across all sports, especially MLS though. They shit on you and shit on you and shit on you until they can't. Then they go quiet. They're quiet right now, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like, we love the Galaxy again. They're so great, right? Like whoever they can market and whatever. We've seen the criticism finally against certain teams. We're not going to talk about right now. We'll save that for a couple weeks down the road. But things are turning around in the league. But other than that,
Count disappeared. But we can still talk about Jose for a little bit. Eag says that we're going to win
Timmy
3-0. Where'd you go?
New technology, man. I accidentally hit the wrong button. What were you saying?
Oh, that is because we didn't notice Eag's comment, but he said that we are gonna win 3-0.
We are gonna win 3-0. Yeah,
I like that.
I think we get all 9 points on the week. I would not have guessed that. I thought we were gonna have a problem with Minnesota, and then we were gonna figure out these next 2 games. But like I said, I'm starting to have the faith that we can figure out any game. And I know I get heartbroken every time we get to this point, but I think Greg is doing a great job at restoring the faith and restoring the community. I'm excited to be at the game tomorrow. Are you going to the game tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll see you at the game. Hopefully we don't have problems with the police after, man. Like that shit's messed up.
Crazy. I've never seen that before.
I've seen it, but not like that. And hopefully we get them hot dog vendors back, man. They're important people and they're trying to make a living, dude. So hopefully things are better at the digs tomorrow. Any final thoughts, dude?
So I actually have a story.
Yeah.
And this is crazy because it happened about an hour ago. So I went to go take a walk to the digs. I drove up there to go park my car or whatever.
We're not going to say where, but so people know you live by the digs, real close.
Yep, really close to the digs. And I was driving up there, and I was driving through a little pathway, and I see a very, very tall person who has a very nice. He's really decked out. He has like some nice clothes. I was like, oh shoot. And then I'm driving by, and I'm like, is that Jonathan Bond? I was like, there's no way. And we look back. And it's him.
Nice.
And I had to say hi. So I rolled down the window and I was like, oh my God, Bond, how's it going? He was like, hey, mate, how's it going? And dude, when he said, hey, mate, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to shit myself, dude.
You saw Bondy in the wild.
Yes, and
Nice.
dude, he is such a down to earth person. I felt bad asking for a picture because he looked tired. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
front,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to like bother him on that. But dude, I told him like, hey man, best of luck tomorrow. We love you so much, and I can't wait to see you play tomorrow. This and that, and he was like, thanks, mate. Are you guys going to the game tomorrow? Because I was with my mom,
Yeah.
and we were like, yeah, yeah. He was like, all right, I'll see you guys at the game tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. I was like, you too.
Nice,
I was
dude.
like, oh my god.
I love it when they're nice. I'll tell a story real quick.
For sure,
Since
go
it
for it.
happened to me right before, and we have a few minutes to kill. G30 story time. This is what happens when Mike's not here to give hot takes. We're gonna do
Some story time.
some story time. So right before the pandemic, we were like right before, like the month before. It was the day that the Galaxy played Toronto in preseason, and we had lost or whatever. Whatever. I was out that night, and we were in a bar, and in comes Omar, and like same thing. I had run into Omar before because he's playing for Toronto. We had run into him before. I'd seen him at the stadium, but I've always felt bad too. I feel bad about that. Like, let me get a picture or whatever. And I had like missed the opportunity before, and my wife makes fun of me for it. She's like, I don't know why you're so shy. And I'm like, well, it's different. But she's like, yo, Omar. And he looked, and he's like, we've always missed getting a picture with you. And he was like, let's do it now then.
That's
and
awesome.
he was a super nice guy. I firmly believe that, to be a G, you got to be a good person. I'm glad that is holding up with the Bond story there too. Yeah. That's great too.
Yeah. Also, I have an Omar story as well, and I never told this on the show, but I think I'm gonna tell it now because you brought up Omar, and Omar was my favorite defender at the G's.
Me too.
So, yeah, and it's the most random place I've ever met a soccer player. I met him at a Toys R Us when Toys R Us was still around. I was about 14, and he was with his wife and his baby. And I remember turning back, and I'm like, I was in shock. I was like, "There's no way that's Omar Gonzalez."
That's a huge dude.
And he was tall, and he was wearing I'll never forget it. He was wearing a white shirt and some khakis. And he went into this aisle where the baby toys are. I guess he was shopping for toys for his kid. And there was other people like surrounding him. I was a little shy because he was like, my mom was like, go take a picture of them. What are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. Because I was a kid at this time, and I was like super really shy. And I was like, oh shit. And we go to the aisle, and there was like 3 other people taking a picture with him. So I kind of felt bad. But he was nice enough to be like, hey, come on, it's all right. Come take a picture with me.
Oh, you got a picture of him?
And nice. I got a picture with him. It's on my Instagram. And I'm keeping that there forever, dude. That was a good moment. And I was wearing my Man United jersey. I was like, oh shit, I was wearing the wrong jersey.
Roland's checking us out on YouTube. Sorry about last night, buddy. That's pretty hard there for the Portland Timbers. Let us know what you think about the Portland Timbers while we close up the show here. But yeah, anybody listening or watching to this right now, if you have a cool G story, send it to us or message us on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and maybe we can turn this into a Galaxy Story Corner time. Sometimes that might be fun to hear stories of people encountering G's in the wild. I know C-Sand has some stories, so he's definitely got to come on and share.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Roland. Come on, Roland. You got Portland. No. Okay. I guess we got to wrap up now. Cool. Timmy, where can they find us?
They can find us here on Twitter, and they can find us here on YouTube. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all at G30.
Sick.
At G30 Podcast.
And
you can also find me here on Twitter at Spicy Taco 118, and my IG is Spicy Taco 18.
Cool. And I am Count Chalk 786. I was gonna say, look, like our things are right here. We don't have to say it anymore, but that's not true. Yep. People are listening at home on podcast version. If you are still listening to us, thank you so much. And we had a lot more people hang out with us today. We loved the comments. Thank you, C-San. Thank you, Eeg. Thank you, those checking it out live and participating. It makes the show more interesting for us as well. Roland says, just got to say it's a learning experience and hopefully a wake-up call from our front office to work on our defensive back line. Comments about the Portland Timbers from our good friend Roland, who's been on this show and happens to be a Timbers fan in Portland. Shout out to you, man. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, y'all.
We will see you next time. Peace.
Peace out, G's.
G's up.